and chat, and also the support link thing. How's it going, guys? Welcome back to Fire Emblem Three Houses. Today we are continuing the Blue Lions campaign, the final campaign of Three Houses that I haven't done. Last time we got a chapter and a half in, so let's continue. Excuse me. Da, 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 da. And today is a forced seminar day, I believe. Yes. Myrmidon, I only have 3 left. I think I can buy them at this point. That's a little quiet.
Easy.
And that can become a fighter. Why she got that option?
It's all back.
To do. He got magic and magic defense for becoming a fighter. Shows how pathetic his stats were. Can I buy beginner seals? I can. They're 500 each. Oh, I've got a fuckload of gold. Okay, how many do I need? Dimitri's got his. Ash can't. Sylvain, Mercedes, and Ingrid can't. Oh, I can only buy one? Oh, I can only buy one at a time. Okay.
Okay.
And Mercedes.
I'm so glad.
All right, seminar. Sword and faith. Yeah, sure.
I still have much to learn.
Well, that worked out.
I'm getting much better.
Not a total waste. I'm a quick study.
Thank you so much.
Professor, I just got word from the Knights that the last of the thieves have
Time
been
to mop them up.
Just as planned. They're in Xanadu, the Red Canyon.
We certainly can't allow those underhanded thieves to get away. Let's work together and do our best to take them down.
It matters not who we're up against. They will not harm His Highness.
We're just fighting common thieves, right? I don't expect much of a challenge.
Aren't you a spoil sport? I'm actually quite excited myself. Who knows? There may even be
God
some
damn it,
cute lady
Sylvain.
thieves.
Well, at any rate, a real battle is a great opportunity for us to see how far we've come. True. The mock battle was a success. We'll be fine so long as we stay the course.
Perhaps we are a bit overly excited, but remember that we have the Knights on our side.
Not that they're going to help in this battle.
Ah, and speaking of the Knights, I heard that Gerald is once again one of the Knights of Seros. Perhaps we'll have the good fortune of seeing you two fight side by
Nope.
side. Oh, of course. I apologize for letting my childish whims get the better of me. In all honesty, I'm a bit jealous. My parents are no longer around. They died. Both of them. I'm
He
all
had
that
a
remains.
little brother too, didn't he?
Anyhow, I'm sorry to bore you with such things. I'd say it's nearly time for us to depart, eh, Professor?
Red Canyon dominance. Excuse me. Da, 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 da.
So, we are taking children into battle, are we? I am not certain I will be able to sleep soundly after both.
You'll be able to sleep just fine, Sophis. You'll barely be able to stay awake.
I shall allow you to turn back the hands of time. But no, this power is not infinite.
This is the button to trigger Divine Pulse. Dimitri Happy. Constance Mercedes. Alright, I'll just hook up Ash and Casper. Well, Axeman, swords, a bow, swords, mixed. There's this asshole. Alright. So we're gonna... Who's gonna lead the charge here? Let's move Ingrid up. She needs the EXP. Let's go.
The Red Canyon. This is the first time I have ever been here. It's like walking through a ruin. Let's get this battle out of the way, Professor. The thieves must have already been driven back.
The Knights chased us all the way.
Sure have.
Chief, let's get out of here. There's no way we can win against them.
Shut your dumb mouth! Where would we go at this point? You can't be a thief!
You sure can. Not sure that's a requirement. Wait a second.
According to our information, there is a back road to the west. Let's split up and approach from the west and the front. If we advance cleverly, we attack from both sides and gain the advantage. I'll leave the rest to you, Professor. But before all else, we'll need to cross the
no
bridge.
shit, Dimitri. Are we way up in the air? Huh, I suppose we are. Oh, I can see the ground down there.
Ready.
I'll give it my all.
I'm on it.
I'll cut through.
What should I do?
Okay, they're both going for Ingrid. We'll move Dedu up here so that they don't change targets.
I'll go.
Stay focused. Here goes.
You can't lose! Get it! Right there! Do it! You got it!
Well done.
So Vayne up. And Mercedes taking up the rear.
Here we go.
And goodbye. Dimitri did not need that EXP.
Is that all?
I don't know why I moved him up front.
All that work paid off.
I know they are just thieves, but this never gets easier for me.
No, we're going to move her to the EXP spot. Got him.
I did what I had to.
Strength, speed, and defense. Not bad.
I can't relax here. We need to prepare for our next battle.
You're not even done with this one, Ingrid. Da-da-da-da-da. Get her a little EXP. No, we'll save it. Okay, they're all coming for Ash. How many Divine Pulses have I got? I've got 7. Not a lot. They're all coming for him. Alright, we'll do it. Okay, they can both go for Ash. How much damage are they going to do? 8? Ash has 30 HP. Ah, he'll live. Then Mercedes will just physic him. The Bowman's going after Mercedes. Huh. No miss. Oh, he's getting a kill here. Nice, Ash.
That's how it goes. I have so far left to go. If I'd hesitated, that would have been me.
Ingrid off this guy. Oh, not gonna off this guy. All right. Oh, that will kill. Will Dedue kill him? Dedue will kill him. Damn. I want Ingrid to get the EXP, damn it.
Threat eliminated. Still whole and sound, I hope.
Win this guy. And have Ash take him down.
Not good. Doing my part. Let's put this to the test.
Alright, Mercedes. Heal up.
You're a big help.
Moving up. Oh, can't reach. Heal Ingrid.
You saved me.
I'll give it my all.
And Annette. Coming to get me. Ash needs close counter bad.
We stole this treasure. It's all ours. There's no way we're gonna give it up to some knights.
Let's think carefully.
Nice miss.
I needed them.
All right, Sylvain. What do you have to say?
You're out of luck. I had to do it. Don't hate me, please.
All right, have his HP, then have Annette's line.
Can't afford to lose. I did it! See?
Oh, she's cheerful about murder.
Why am I even here? Finished already? I was hoping for more of a challenge.
All right, Ingrid. 2 coming at her. 2 still coming at her. Fuck it. Bait him forward. Oh, crit. Nice kill.
Already?
All these low chances to hit getting her. Attack speed 12. Iron Sword Plus it is. Alright, murderize this guy.
You weren't ready.
Good luck in your midterm, Eels. Strength and speed again.
My technique could use some polish.
Oh, I wonder what Mercedes' kill line is.
You're amazing.
Probably something heartbreaking.
I won't let everyone...
Damn it, I wanted Mercedes to get that kill.
Just give up.
And we'll move her forward and get somebody else.
Guess I've gotten better. It all comes down to this.
Another gambit? Alright. And they got him. Lovely. Large bullion. Nice. He's fast enough to use the steel sword twice.
Next time, bring your friends.
That's a good level.
Stronger, huh? We'll see.
Oh, his speed is higher than his attack.
You're a big help.
Anybody got moves? Nope. Move 4. 4. If I don't get her kill quote, I'll ask for it. But for now, I'm going to try to get it. And we got it.
Let's keep our guard up. I hope the goddess blesses them to rest in peace.
Probably not. Alright, we'll divide their attention like that. Oh, the Bowman's going after Ash, who will be able to counterattack you, idiot. Oh, this guy's just dead. Without even hitting.
That's how it goes.
Yeah, the guys who went this way got nowhere. Alright, 6, 7, 5, 6. Let's see if Ash can kill. Yep.
doing my part.
Crap level.
Is this a joke? Now I can do so much better.
Alright, let's see how badly Ingrid gets fucked. Well, not bad at all. Huh.
Sending these brats instead of the knights means they've underestimated me. Big mistake.
Now we got this. Oh, a miss and a miss. Okay, well that's a big mulligan there. All right. Can she get close enough? She cannot. Oh, he's gonna gambit? Alright. And got her. Lovely. What level is Ash? 6. 6, 6. Yeah, we'll move him up, get this, and have Mercedes finish him off.
Time to set my aims even higher.
Bye-bye!
I should have never listened to that idiot. What a mistake.
Because she needs the EXP if she's going to keep up. That's a decent level.
Rely on me.
So this
Shut
is
up,
what the
Daylight
gods
Constance.
We have defeated the thieves. We'll follow the knight's instructions for what to do next. You led us well, Professor.
My thank you so much. I wonder why it is that you recall this.
It's because you recall it.
You must be weak of heart. Each time
That
I
was a
see
good
you,
level
it
for
seems you
Mercedes.
so. Although the battle's at an end, do not feel too at ease. Well, anyhow, I am quite fascinated.
I'm pretty sure this is where you died, Sothis. There's a mod that permanently obscures Constance from sunlight. That would be nice.
Here? I dare say it would be impossible to have forgotten.
Yeah, but you
such
forgot your
precious
name,
things.
so...
I must admit I am unsure. Beyond the name and this strange feeling of familiarity, I can't seem to remember anything about this place. And yet, a great depth of emotions tied to that sense of familiarity. Like joy and sorrow, pain and love, and all things in between. If I was somehow here before, I wonder what took place.
You died. You became a corpse is what took
We
place.
should return to the monastery soon. We're all ready for the journey.
It is time to depart. But know that time reveals all things. One day I will remember that which I have lost. Oh, by the way, it seems you've earned my gratitude. The thieves who came here are no more. I am not sure myself, yet I am grateful all the same.
Morgana parallels? Morgana. Is that the King Arthur character?
You must become accustomed to my voice. If you fall down with shock each time I speak, that just won't do. Oh, you think you're standing strong? Of course you are.
Oh, I haven't played Persona 5 yet. I'm going to be live blogging it blind, so let's not tell me anything more about it.
We're finally back. I'll leave the report to Lady Rhea in your hands, Professor. Huh.
Sup, 80?
Does the Black Eagle House have a mission to see to? Remember, on a real battlefield, one can never tell what's to come. You can never dismiss the possibility of the worst-case scenario. Take care, Edelgard.
There's no need to state the obvious, Dimitri. But tell me, why the concern? Perhaps you doubt my abilities? If so, your lack of insight is disappointing.
That's not what I meant. If I've offended you, I hope you'll accept my apology.
He is an interesting character in that if you look below the surface, he is very careful to be polite and friendly and proper. Which, as Felix says, masks the darkness beneath. He's somebody who's very deliberately being a good person.
Don't worry about it. Professor, we must hurry. Everyone's waiting on you.
I suppose I should be off too. Try not to let her get to you, Dimitri. I promise you, there's no need for concern.
Puppy love?
Now that's a lark. I had no idea you had a sense of
Wow,
humor.
ouch.
I'll tell you all about it. Some other time.
So you have safely disposed of those bandits. I pray that their souls find salvation. But why did they target the students to begin with? We must further investigate the true cause of all that took place. Until we know more, I ask that you support the students and relieve them of any unnecessary worry. Good. I have high expectations for you. By the way, how was your time in Xanadu? Legend has it, in ancient times, a goddess alighted upon this world in that very canyon. For a goddess from the heavens, Xanadu could only have been a temporary haven. Long ago, the divine
Oh, that's a
sailors received
hell of a city.
revelation from the
That's a
goddess,
fuckload of
a
people.
gift to help guide the lost. The goddess is always watching over Fodlan from her kingdom.
She would be if she weren't super dead.
However, in ancient times, the goddess graced this world with her presence and offered salvation to the people here. She is the mother of all life, the arbiter of every soul. I see. During your time here, I pray that you come to devote yourself to the teachings
Nope,
of
not gonna
science.
worship you.
Lady Rhea, I am sorry to interrupt. There is something I must ask about in regard to those bandits.
As you wish. We shall continue our discussion when next we meet.
A goddess? I have no memory of her. But then, I have no memory at all. Oh, how bothersome. It is as though I know, and yet I don't. Perhaps Xanadu was my home back when the goddess walked
Yup.
the land. If so, what does that make me now?
Also, yup.
A ghost? Are you simple? That's impossible. I am
You
most
sure
certainly
aren't.
alive. Of course, we also have the mystery of why I'm here with you. Is it somehow connected? Perhaps some past regret is stopping me from moving on, and now I'm forced to stay with you instead. No, that's not it. I can't believe in such a meaningless existence.
Mutiny in the Mist.
Part 1. White Clouds. Garland Moon. Mutiny in the Mist.
Not a single person in this conversation who's completely alive.
When the
Violet's
warm winds
alive.
blow from the sea to the south of Adrestia, residents of Fodlan know that the rainy season is upon them. Before the heavy rains take their toll, young women hurry to pick the last of the white roses. The ivory buds are woven into garlands and given as gifts to close friends or potential lovers.
The teacher just tells you how much they've grown. I can look at their stats. Well, I guess it... New places. 5 grand.
Professor, I have a new mission for your students.
We have received reports that Lord Leonato has rallied troops against the Holy Church of Seros.
Lord Leonato is a minor lord of the kingdom. He's been showing hostility toward the church for some time now.
A vanguard unit from the Knights of Seros is already on its way to his stronghold, Castle Gaspar. Lord Leonato's army is nothing compared to the Knights. It is quite possible the rebellion has already been suppressed.
Even so, I would like for your class to travel with the Knights' rear guard to deal with the aftermath.
War zones are unpredictable. We do not expect you will have cause to battle, but be prepared for the worst.
Excuse me. You sent
Sup,
for me,
Cat?
Lady Rhea?
This is Catherine. She will be leading the knights whom you will be accompanying.
Nice to meet you. We've heard a lot about you. If you need anything, just ask.
She is one of our bravest knights, and that is no small feat. Only an exceptional few have what it takes to join the Knights of Seros. This mission should prove useful in demonstrating to the students how foolish it would be to ever turn their blades on the church.
Object lesson. Sylvain's birthday.
Thank you so much.
Dorothea wants to join. Hell yeah.
Hey there, Professor. I was thinking it might be nice to join your class. I'm not unhappy where I am, but I was just thinking that maybe if I was with you, well, I might learn even more. You're the kind of gal a girl could pay attention to, you know? Oh yeah? That's great! I'm looking forward to spending more time with you, Professor.
Alright, Explore Day. Certs. Ash is a fighter. Ingrid as a soldier. Alright. Alright, let's sort our dudes. Wish they had a full model of original Sothis in the game before she died. Yeah, that would be cool.
I must continue to work hard.
Alright, what do we got for support combos? Dimitri, Ash. Only up to a B rank, huh?
This tent is torn. Can you please fix this one first, Ash?
Absolutely.
Sorry. I should probably take care of it myself, but we'd be here until sundown.
That just means you should learn, Dimitri.
No problem at all. I've had lots of practice with things like this. Happy to help however I can.
Oh. Well, thanks. Actually, I'll fetch you something to make the job less of a burden. You like sweet things, right?
That's
well,
not really gonna
yes.
help, though.
Sorry, no. I can't ask you to do that.
Ash, I've told you, there's no need to act like that.
I can't have someone from the royal family running errands for me.
It feels
feel
awesome
right.
is what it feels like.
Leonato would be furious with
Oh,
me,
you're not
I'm
going to have to
sure.
worry about Leonato for a while. Oh, I wonder what he says if you get the C rank after the Leonato mission.
If Lord Leonato says something to you, I'll write him a letter of protest. I really don't mind, so you needn't worry about that.
He just wants to be treated like one of the dudes.
I'd prefer it if you didn't speak so formally to me. We're supposed to be allies. We fought side by side as equals, haven't we?
I know, but to commoners like me, you're royalty.
Edelgard wants to be treated with respect, but her classmates treat her like one of the dudes. Well, Dimitri wants to be treated like one of the dudes, but his classmates treat him with respect.
Regular folks normally only lay eyes on someone like you once or twice in their whole lives.
I understand, I really do. When I ascend the throne, perhaps I should do a tour of each
Probably.
city.
What? No, that's not what I meant.
I'm at a loss. I wish to make things better, but I seem to only upset you more and more. That is certainly not my intention. Perhaps I should leave you be and take care of our shopping.
Please, I promise I'll go myself just as soon as I finish.
Just let him do it, Ash.
Ash, enough! Okay. I've a question. Answer me this. I don't normally eat sweets. So what would you recommend?
Oh, well, if price isn't a concern for you, then you should go for the sugar candies. The ones they make in town are really delightful. Oh, Your Highness, please, you mustn't.
Got it. Sugar candies it is. I'll go
Oh
and fetch
god,
some.
I'm coming up on a year. No, I actually have passed a year since I quit candy. Wow. It's been so long. The only candy I've had in the last year was an advent calendar in last December where there was one tiny chocolate each day. So I'm coming up on a year with nothing.
Your Highness, please come back. I'm so sorry. I'll make sure these repairs get done.
Alright, Ash, Casper. I've already seen Ash Casper, I believe. Yes, I have, but we'll blow through it anyway.
Hey, Ash,
Oh, I know this one.
noise. Something happened?
It's the cat one.
They might you rip if I'm all you can't and you know what? Who how weird we don't have time. Hey, did you hear?
Annette Ingrid.
Hello, Ingrid. Can I have just a teeny tiny moment of your time?
Oh, I've seen Annette Ingrid C. Huh.
Sure. I can spare a moment or two.
I was wondering, do you have any interest in fashion?
It's this
makeup,
support
and
link.
stuff like that?
I haven't the time to bother with such frivolities. As long as basic hygiene is being met, then I'm happy.
Oh, but you're missing out on something so fun. I mean, it's not like you need it, of course. You've got beautiful bone structure, lovely hair, long legs, but aren't you interested in trying
Not really.
something new?
Well, thank you. I suppose I do find it all somewhat intriguing. But my time is precious to me, and my focus is on knighthood. Taking time to paint my face simply isn't a top priority.
Sure, but imagine if you could combine the two and become the most fabulous knight ever. Okay, maybe I'm taking it too far. I know knights don't necessarily need a ton of makeup or things like that for the job. I'm just saying, I really think you'd enjoy it if you opened your mind to it. All I'm talking about is a light touch. I can see it now. Your gorgeous face done up with a delicate application of makeup. The fabulous knight who everyone looks up to and wants to be.
Well, maybe? I guess. That does sound mostly harmless.
Hooray! Okay, we don't have a moment to lose. Here, take this makeup kit, play around with the colors, and see what
She's
speaks to
gonna
you.
mangle that.
Now, wait just a...
I actually got that little kit as a gift the other day, and I wasn't sure what to do with it because I already have that one. It's a limited palette, but I think it fits the look you're going for perfectly.
I actually never agreed to start putting that stuff on
Also,
my
she
face
doesn't
yet.
know how.
What? Oh, well then, I guess this whole kit will have to go to waste. I'll just throw it away like the garbage it is.
You're throwing it away? I can't just stand by and let something go to waste. Okay. All right. Thank you. We can do this.
That's the spirit! Oh, and I'm happy to help you learn to apply it too. Come on, let's go to my room. I have some brush techniques to show you before you get started.
Now, don't get carried away. Ugh.
She played me like
She
a
sure did. God, the funniest line in Final Fantasy VII Remake is, "Yes, nailed it, I know, moving on." And that just put me in mind of it. I always smile when I think about that line. Well, I've already recruited half of the Black Eagles. And none of the Golden Deer. Huh. Oh, hey, there you are.
You have spent quite some time in here, engaging in such
Does
idle
she say
chat.
that if you do the support links in here?
Do you not know that we have not a moment left to waste? You must try harder from now on.
Hey!
Hey you, listen up. I've got something to report. Lots of things happen down here. Lots of reports need to be reported. And for all reportable things...
Yes, I get
I'm
it.
your guy. Oh, have you explored Abyss yet? Some shiny treasures here. Much better than up top. Fact, treasure likes to be underground.
I suppose.
You're one of those treasure snobs who thinks their treasure is better than everyone else's, are ya? Those types...
How'd you get that from my blank stare?
The thing is, despite what my appearance might suggest, I was actually...
You were born with a cigarette in your mouth is what you were born with.
No one in my generation bore a crest, however. When the next generation proved to be flush with crests,
My father and I were cast aside.
Maybe. Can't say I'm surprised about Lord Leonato launching a rebellion. The writing was on the wall. If anything, it's more surprising it didn't happen sooner. Lord Leonato answers to Count Rowe of Fargus, the man who adopted him. That's how he got into the academy. I'm not in contact with the Count anymore, but that's how I know so much. Gaspar territory smacks of war. It'll be interesting to see how things shake out.
Who's Yuri's voice actor again?
Mercy, I beg you. Costas never meant to attack the church. He was tricked. They don't understand that. They'll kill me. But you could let me go. Please.
I'm down.
I've got a quiet life waiting for me back home. I'll never cause trouble again, I swear. Thank you.
There's some pretty baller earrings, dude. Sup, Sea Dog?
Do you have some need of me? I assure you, I am busier than I may seem. You would argue the point? Do you claim to have a view
Wish I didn't.
Mind? I warn you that I don't suffer fools. I'm doing strenuous mental exercises. My magical theories require rigorous fine-tuning. I shall never finish this task if I am not left to my own devices. Run along now. I have a small request.
Secret roster, you got it.
Hey, pal. Haven't seen any suspicious types on the surface lately, have you? Beefy, mean-looking folks? Damn. Guess those lowlifes finally tracked me down.
Nah, I'm fucking with you. I haven't seen
Worst,
anybody.
yeah? They can't just let me be, so I have to go through the trouble of roughing them up.
Someone's raising an army in the kingdom, I heard. Normally, I wouldn't care about that kind of thing. But this army's picking a fight with the church. So as far as I'm concerned, more power to them. Hate's a strong word. I'm just saying, they might have a good reason to rebel. Rhea and her lackeys like to pretend they're always in the right, but they're not. No one is.
Right there with you, Happy. Oh man, I'm gonna get to see what the Ashen Wolves are like in a campaign where I actually stay with the church.
Thanks a million.
Month's recruiting popularity, the second most recruited this month is Sylvain.
Thank you.
Of course, the sheer volume of Black Eagles players is shown in the fact that none of the Black Eagles are in the top recruits this month. He is the easiest to recruit, that's true. Normally, wouldn't they do it in the previous month? He finds himself in fights. Wooden button for Raphael.
Here to train? You really are as hardworking as they say. Huh, maybe the gossip's wrong. Hardworking people usually don't like to make a big fuss about it.
But I am a force of nature. Screw you.
Impressive. Catherine, Her skill is impressive, I'll admit. So is her sword. But I think she's hiding something. Nobody knows anything about her past.
You're taller than me.
You should spar with her. She's strong. Stronger
At the
than you
moment,
are,
yes.
Lord Leonato must know that his efforts are futile, yet he can't help but fight. If I were in that situation, I would do whatever it took to ensure victory. You can count on that.
Something about this situation doesn't feel right. Why would a minor lord raise an army against a foe he cannot possibly hope to defeat?
I'm studying here so I can be the best there is, just like Captain Gerald. Do you think I've got it in me to be a top
Fuck yeah, you do.
Professor?
You want to bring the money in.
I do. Though, it's about so much more than being rich. It's about honor.
So Hilda is one of the ones who will just join randomly, right? I don't have to do anything special for her?
Goodness. I heard about your class's assignment, by the way. Good luck subduing those treasonous nobles. Hey, Teach, there's some minor noble rebelling in Fargus, right? He has no chance of winning. I wonder what he hopes to achieve. Huh? Are you going along to help? Sounds like an easy victory, but good luck out there.
Professor! I've heard whispers about Lord Leonato. They say he's a very kind and gentle lord. Why would such a kind man suddenly raise an army? Oh, Professor, you were working late last night, weren't you? You shouldn't overdo it. A ghost might rise up from the well to get you if you stay up too late. Or so I'm told.
There's a struggle with private concerns. Visit the cathedral for guidance. I will do the guidance.
We're going on a mission with the knights, right? I wonder
There's a
if...
blue item thingy in that classroom with Claude.
Oh, sorry, it's nothing. I was just wondering if someone I've been searching for might be among them. Yes. Well, maybe. If he's here, he's probably a knight, though it's also possible he became a monk.
Not that I need it. Everybody's, the only links for Byleth I'm missing are Byleth Dimitri, Byleth Dedu, and Byleth Gilbert. So I got Dimitri's item for this month.
Okay.
That was just top fishing spots.
Professor, about this month's assignment, raising an army against the church? Really? Though it looks like we won't be fighting, it's still quite unsettling. My understanding is that it will all be subdued rather quickly.
Oh yeah, we totally got this.
Well...
Recall Gerald keeping it on his person.
I can't believe it. This place has so many breathtaking works of art. I feel like I'm living in a museum. Each piece can teach us about styles and techniques from 1,000 years ago. Oh yes, very much. I'm from a family of merchants, so I've been able to see a lot of art.
Pointing a sword at the Holy Church of Seros is akin to pointing a sword at the goddess herself. Meting out appropriate punishment to the sinful. It is a sacred duty with which
You
we
are
have
so
been
far up
entrusted.
your own ass.
As a member of the church yourself, I hope that you will take that to heart.
Both bothers me and makes perfect sense that the Golden Deer don't have any exclusive characters besides Claude. Yeah, they're a pretty fractious nation. Oh, hey, a thing. So it makes sense that they're all willing to go where the wind takes them.
Those imbecile idiots. All they ever do is cause trouble. We'd best purge the entire underbelly of Garrett Mock.
The weirdest one is probably Hilda. The weirdest one that can leave is probably Hilda, but she pretends like she's not loyal to Claude, but she is.
Did you hear? There's news of someone in the kingdom raising an army. The kingdom, the empire, the alliance. They do love a good war, don't they? Spilling the blood of young men and women. And for what? Just to enjoy the horror of it? Would you be so kind as to do me a favor?
Faculty training. Alright, she has swords. And flying.
I still have much to learn. I simply must thank you, Professor.
Judith would have made sense as a non-student. Yeah, Judith seemed like a recruitable character to me when I ran into her in Golden Deer. But you're right, she's just there. Okay, so that barrier is square.
Professor, I heard that you may battle alongside Catherine. Even among the knights, she is something special. A holy knight who is able to wield a hero's relic. Still, she can be a mite difficult.
Yeah, Nadera would have been cool too, but I'm not so surprised at him not being recruitable. So yeah, the only character that's exclusive to the Golden Deer is Claude. What's up, Dad?
Castle Gaspar, eh? I've been there once before, many years ago. It was by request of the son of that family. Christoph, I think it was. I have a request. Thanks for your help.
Open! God damn you, thank you.
Professor!
Right.
Oh no. Why does His Highness take the side of the people of Dusker? I just don't understand it. Only 4 years ago, they murdered our king and slaughtered the soldiers and knights who were with him, all of whom were innocent. Even if he can forgive them, I can't. Not ever. What they've done is against all codes of honor and ethics.
Ingrid gets to be racist? I suppose she does. Oh, she and Dedue must not get along very well.
The monastery grounds are far too spread out. Feels like it takes hours to get from one area to another. And no, that's not because I'm getting lost. I'm a fully capable, mature person who never gets lost.
God, she's adorable.
Yeah.
I've never actually looked at that building. That's the Goddess Tower, right? What? You want something? No? You're just gonna walk off? Alright. Am I gonna recruit them all? I've got everybody at B rank, so they'll just trickle in on their own.
Past here is the Holy Mausoleum, where the saints of the Church of Sarah slumber. Sorry, but only a select few members of the church are allowed entry. It's open to the public on only one day of the year, for the goddess's rite of rebirth.
I'm not going to focus on getting the stats I need to recruit them all. I'm just going to let them trickle in. And I guess I'll buy stats if I need to when we're coming up on the deadline. But I think they'll all be recruited by then.
Maybe. Lord Leonato. He used to stay at the monastery rather frequently. He was such a pious man, a true believer. Such a terrible shame. I wonder what changed him.
Choir practice. I need Balthus happy, right? Yes, I need Balthus happy to be A rank. Balthus happy.
I'm not good, but I'm loud.
Singing is nice.
You're real torn up about it, huh?
Please, Professor, there must be some mistake. Leonato would never raise arms against the church. At least, he never said anything to me about it.
It would be so much easier if no one had to talk face to face. Isn't written correspondence like this really the best form of communication? Or face-to-door chats?
Thank you so much for your help.
I don't know if I'm going to make Ash kill his dad. I might try. Let's give Ash this steel bow. Just to amp up the tragedy, I might make Ash kill his dad.
Catherine has invited me to train with her. How much do you think I should train before I'm ready to train with someone that strong?
I mean, I think she already thinks you're strong enough.
Right, right.
It is a noble's duty to protect the common folk, not to endanger them by rallying armies in such a feckless and improper manner. Abuse of that kind is no better than slavery. A proper noble must guard the people from such a fate, wouldn't you say? There can be no legitimate cause for a noble to abandon that basic obligation. Let us put an end to this quickly.
His Highness is strong, but on the front lines, anything can happen. Losing him would be devastating for Fargus. I hope the Church understands that.
Let's see. Doubtless, there are times when one must take up their blade, even if there's no chance of winning. But this, it's downright senseless. Lord Leonato knows better. If he had enough allies to back his rebellion, it would be a different matter. My apologies. I was just thinking aloud. This whole situation is a bit too strange for my liking. Even with the necessary preparations in place, there is always a chance that something unexpected will occur. Please be ready.
You got it,
Professor.
You heard of Abyss? I don't know what it is, but ever since I heard the name, I've been curious about it. If you don't mind, could you do a little investigating? I mean, I could take you down there right now.
Professor, have you seen Felix around? I swear, as soon as you take your eyes off him, poof, he's gone. Ah, of course he's there. Sorry for bothering you, Professor. Thanks.
Right.
Hello there.
What's up, Marianne?
Oh, hello, Professor. Was there something you needed? Oh, you like horses? I like them too. They're such kind creatures.
What? Greetings, Professor. Nothing to report. Have you talked with Catherine yet? If the knights are the cream of the crop, she's the cream of the cream.
You might say she's the creme de la creme.
I hear it's nothing short of amazing.
Gonna unlock Anna and proceed to do nothing with her. Because her stats are terrible. Hilda!
Professor, your clothes are a bit dirty. I'd have expected you to be more careful, seeing as how you're...
Listen, I only have the one outfit with the arm capes. I can't swap it out.
I hate when my clothes get dirty. That's one of the many reasons I find it best to train as little as possible. Professor, you look like you want to say something. But if you're here to lecture me, I'll pass. It's not like I'm one of your students.
Charmandex.
Good deal. Abyss? You're interested in that place, are you? Ancient sprawling remains deep below Garrick Mach. That's Abyss. Some folks have made their home there. Obviously, they all have their reasons and tales to tell. But only the most enterprising merchant would venture near it. My advice, avoid going there yourself. Hey, Professor. Fancy meeting you here. I've got a business, I've got something I want to chat with you about. I know you're busy with a lot of things, but I was wondering if
Sure, gonna bench you immediately, but still. Why do you only have one sleeve?
What say you? It's a killer deal.
Okay, that's bothering me now. She's got one sleeve in her outfit.
Thank you. Now I'll have plenty of time to get to know my clients better. A merchant needs to know the inner workings of everyone they come in contact with. Helps with the making of the monies, you know.
Excuse me. Alright, let's heal our battalions. Not yet. Unlock the battalion guild. Alright.
Professor.
Since we're heading to Castle Gaspar, that means we'll be passing through Magdrid Way. The road is well known for its beautiful surroundings. Depending on the time of year, it can be incredibly foggy, though. When it's like that, you can't enjoy the lovely scenery. Lucky for us, it shouldn't be too foggy while we're there. Not that we'll have time for sightseeing, anyway. What?
What's up, asshole?
What? I desired fresh air. I have a favor to
Oh, this unlocks the battalion guild. Alright.
What do you require?
Refreshing battalions cost so little money that I wonder why it costs any money at all.
Thank you.
Battalions from various territories gather at the guild. There are even some that aren't affiliated with the Church of Seros. As we are allowed to hire them, you should visit the guild soon and come to your own conclusions. As they fight, battalions will when that happens.
I just got a steel spear. Let's give that to Ingrid. Oh, she's got some damage on her iron spear.
Welcome. Come back soon.
Can't repair shit yet. Oh, I did that reflexively. Blue. Blue. Gold. Golden fish. A mere 500 gold. Blue. Do I get more gold in New Game Plus, or is it just me? I have a shit ton of money already. Anna's gross are perfectly fine, only 5 less total than Dimitri. Yeah, the only thing she has going for her over other people is the Crest of Ernest, which, like most crests, has a good effect that can't be relied on because it activates randomly. She doesn't even have a Byleth support, which is a new low for playable Annas. Another golden fish. Don't know why I went for it. Can't eat the golden fish. You think I do get extra gold for New Game Plus? Blue. Blue. Get a red for my last one? No. What's up, Raph?
Hey, Professor. Do you happen to have any food on you? I'm starving.
Dining hall's just that way, dude.
No matter how much I eat before I train, I'm always so hungry after.
Oh, you get extra gold in New Game Plus because of your professor level. Doing 3 of that practice battle instead of 1, and bullions from recruited students and DLC.
My muscles must be going through a growth spurt.
Inspirational. This flower is one that is eating insects. Is that factual too? I am wondering who watches over the plants in Fodlan.
Plant my Western Fodlan seeds. Cultivate my Western Fodlan seeds with Pegasus crap. What's up, Flame?
If the flowers within the greenhouse are removed, they will soon wilt and wither. Is that not so, Professor? I feel I can empathize with them. The flowers. Flowers that thrive, despite their environment, are truly inspiring, are they not?
Inspirational.
Now I can go upstairs.
Next month is when a very important ceremony will be taking place at the monastery. Pilgrims from all corners of Fodlan have already started to gather in anticipation. I pray that you are able to nip this trouble in the bud as soon as possible.
Huh. What's up, Birdie?
Huh? Is someone there? What do you want?
That's so.
Oh, a thing.
Right.
I'm sorry, but I must vent to someone, Professor. You're familiar with Manuela's slovenly behavior, yes? That woman. She borrowed a book last week and returned it with stains of unknown origin on the cover and several pages either
Real dick move.
torn. Just now, she dropped a sandwich on the floor, picked it up, and kept eating. When she saw my shock, she said simply, 3-second rule. Ugh.
If you have a moment, I would like a word. It has been brought to my attention that certain individuals have been making advances toward Flame. Have you witnessed any such behavior? If you see anything similar in the future, please inform the perpetrators of their peril.
Yo, Sylvain. Got some news for you.
Ah, today's meal was delicious. Linhardt keeps bothering me about eating too fast. Says I'm gonna choke or something. You're really gonna agree with that guy? Why is no one here on my side?
Because you're kind of an idiot.
Professor, I feel I must speak to you about Caspar's eating habits. I've never seen the like of it. He inhales entire plates of food in mere seconds. Hence my mentioning it to you. Good luck with him.
who's out here?
I hear that Lord Leonato served the King of Fargus's older brother when he was younger. Or something like that. He already had status and prestige, so why raise a rebellion? I guess it's none of my business.
Alright, let's go deliver this note to Dimitri. I still have that quest to retrieve the stolen roster. Where is that?
Let's see.
A dangerous area below Garreg Mach that folks tend to avoid. I can't believe such a place has existed right under our noses. This might have an effect on public order beyond Garreg Mach, too. Oh, nobody can use a killing edge yet, can they? Is the secret roster down in Abyss?
Professor.
I don't see a glowy point down here either. Where is it? Is the sauna available to me yet? No. Okay, he can use Killing Edge already. Cool. Oh, is it up by the sauna? Is that what you're trying to tell me? Anna's got a message for me, but I'm not seeing a glowing dot anywhere here. Maybe it's upstairs? The secret roster is a battle quest.
hill. Hey, Professor. How's it going? Making lots of coin? I'd love to catch up, but I'm super busy right now. Working. For money. You understand.
Alright, well, I guess let's go eat. Alright, today's special. A bunch of people like this. Let's see. Mercedes Annette. Yeah, let's do Mercedes Annette.
Today's dish was so good.
Dimitri Ash.
Oh, this takes me back. I used to love this when I was a child.
This looks delicious.
Sylvain Ingrid.
Yeah, you just get it.
I appreciate.
Fernand, Linhart, and Casper have links with Hilda, Flane, and Catherine, which they couldn't get during Black Eagle's route. Casper or Hilda?
I can eat.
Yummy.
Ferdinand Flane. Ferdinand Flane, Linhart, Catherine. I want to do Linhart, Catherine. Let's do Linhart, Catherine. If I can eat with Catherine. Can I eat with Catherine? I can eat with Catherine. Linhart. Come on, Catherine. Yeah, Linhart, Catherine.
Eating food always fires me. This is my favorite.
Who haven't I eaten with? To do Felix.
I like this.
I like this. Glowing recommendation. Ferdy Flame. Do I want to try Ferdy Flame because I don't have either of them yet. I don't have anything with people I already have left. Anything left with people I already have. Let's go do some faculty training. Get my sword skill up.
What?
Deal. Hey, Professor, I'd love to catch...
Alright, support conversations. Dadu Felix.
Hold a moment, Doc.
Oh, this isn't starting out well.
Are you speaking to me?
I don't see anyone else here, do you? You're that boar's lapdog.
Do not.
He's mocking you, Dadu.
Spoken like a good pet. Why do you follow him with such devotion? Do you really think a man like that is worth it?
Fargus destroyed my homeland, burned it all to the ground, slaughtered my people.
The punishment of Dusker.
My father, my mother, my sibling, all were killed. We received no...
This one started out fucking heavy.
Fargus murdered our dignity and torched our pride. His Highness is different. He is the only one who sees my people as human. He risked his life to save mine, and it is thanks to him that I no longer wish for death.
That's what we call blind obedience. Tell me, would you give your life for him?
Yes.
And what if he commanded you to join him in a senseless massacre?
I would...
Don't like that.
Even a massacre of children, or the elderly, or your own comrades.
I'm with Felix on this one, actually.
You have misunderstood me. I am the sword and shield of His Highness. Weapons do not have a will of their own.
I'm with Felix on this one. Holy shit.
You're right. I did misunderstand. I shouldn't have called you a lapdog. You're a rabid cur. You and the Boar Prince make quite a team. Two crazed animals.
Jesus, Dadu.
To mock His Highness. I am aware you have a history of friendship with him, but one more word.
I've said my piece. Scamper back to your master.
Holy fuck. Holy fuck. Alright, Sylvain Ingrid. They have an A+, huh?
That was quite a sigh. What's wrong, Ingrid?
Tell me, Sylvain, what am I to you?
You're my friend. One of my oldest, in fact.
An old friend, is it? Then why must I clean up the casualties left behind by your skirt chasing?
Nobody asked you to do that. Heck, I thought you enjoyed it. Besides, you're real good at it. I'm excited to continue working with you.
Do you mean to imply you have no intention of
He sure doesn't.
Please don't yell like that. Everybody's staring at us.
When you were 8, you came on to my sweet, sweet granny.
Holy shit, Sylvain.
Come on. I was 8 and she was That was a long time ago.
Sylvain hit on Ingrid's grandmother? Wow.
People can hear you.
She ain't gonna be quiet.
When you were 10, we went to that harvest festival, and you started making eyes at a scarecrow.
A scarecrow? Wait a second. That was just an accident. A tragic, tragic accident.
When you were 15, you sought, relentlessly might I add, to involve yourself with Lord Gwendol's daughter. Who do you suppose made peace with the furious Lord, despite having nothing to do with it? Me. Always me, always for you. Every time.
He sure is.
You know what? This conversation is over. I'm done.
My point is that this has to end. Not later, but now.
Fine. I promise I'll try to change.
She shouldn't believe him. That's the end of it? She's not going to call him out? Casper Hilda. Casper Hilda! Which I have not seen.
That doesn't feel good at all. Ugh, why did he have to punch me so hard?
Hey, Caspar. Something the matter?
Oh, hi, Hilda. Yeah, I just got in a little fight. No big deal. Definitely won.
Your face is all swollen. That looks painful. Come on, let's get you to the infirmary.
No, that's really too much. Like I said, I'm fine.
Don't argue. Just come along. You look
Those
good.
bruises aren't helping you, Casper.
Huh? Maybe it's worse than I thought. Oh, whatever. It can't hurt to have it looked at.
There. That should do it. You'll be all right now.
Great. Thanks, Hilda. I had no idea you were so good at this.
I always tended to my big brother's wounds, so I have lots of experience. I'm curious, though. Why are you always getting into fights? You really got hurt. Surely it would have been better not to bother.
It's not like I go looking for fights, and I'm not always the one who starts them. There are just a lot of guys in this world who won't listen to reason. Somebody's got to be.
And that somebody's you, huh?
So that's why you're always picking fights. Why not ignore them, or ask someone else for help?
Maybe that's how you'd handle it, but I can't just look the other way.
How very gallant. But maybe you should try showing a little restraint.
You really think that?
Yes, I do. I don't think you can solve all your problems by throwing a few punches. The world's a big place. At this moment, all over Fodlan, countless people are in some kind of trouble. But they'll figure things out one way or another, even without you there. Try to hold back and see what happens. Maybe you'll be surprised. Besides, if you're always picking fights, you might get so badly injured that
Oh, that's your motivation, huh, Hilda?
Now that's a good point right there. I guess I could give this whole...
He's gonna forget about restraint in the next 5 minutes. Alright, on to a battle week. Alright, we got some new people recruited. Dorothea. Reason Faith. Anna. Sword. Authority. Alright, Felix, instruction in swords. What do we want for you? Let's give him some heavy armor experience. Ash gets some bow love. I don't know if I'm going to use any of the Abyss classes on anyone. I should probably look at that and see.
What?
Alright, 3 more activity points left. I don't have Hilda yet. Mercedes, Annette, and Ingrid, and Dimitri, so I have to pick. Let's give Ingrid some love. Those are lance and flying. Flight.
Looks like I'm certain. Ah. No.
And that gets some reason EXP or authority. Reason. Alright, Mercedes or Dimitri? Excuse me. Mercedes or Dimitri? Authority. You get her up to E+.
This isn't so hard.
Let's try to keep some parity between her reason and faith. Excuse me. Dimitri some flight EXP, can't hurt.
Let me ask.
I've been trying to win the heart of this girl, but none of the fancy gifts or sweet things I tell her have worked. Do you know any secret dating tricks I can use to win her heart?
Yeah, okay. I see that.
I've known how to swing a sword since I was a boy. Sword and ride. Why do I have him a sword and ride? Oh, because I already have him on flight. No, we're going to do sword and ride. Anna's birthday. Even though it gets me nothing. Marianne wants to join.
Professor? I have a request. It's about your class. Huh? Oh, thank you. I should be more comfortable speaking after I get to know you better.
I wonder if Anna's birthday is the same in every Fire Emblem game.
Let's coordinate our efforts.
Right. No time to lose.
Good results.
Hey, close counter, nice.
I'm really getting the hang of this.
Thoron?
I see now.
No, I'm not impressed with you, Anna.
I'm a quick study.
But still got room to grow.
Inventory, abilities. Ash has close counter, good. Let me see what their abilities are. Where's... Ah, there it is. Multiplies experience earned by 1.2. That's it? If unit takes no action except wait, grants defense +4 for 1 turn. So that's the buff he's been getting. Unit deals 5 extra damage when no battalion is assigned or when battalion endurance is 0. Oh, I should remove his battalion then. Shit. Is that worth removing his battalion? Probably is. Allows unit to open doors and chests without keys. Okay. If a female ally is adjacent, unit deals 2 extra damage and takes 2 less damage during combat. When healing an ally with white magic, unit recovers the same amount of HP. Use rally to grant strength +4 to an ally. It grants might +3 and hit +5 with gambits. He'll get the buff once the battalion loses HP. Alright. Battle week. Suggested level 10. Shit. What level am I? Roster Retrieval is suggested level 9. What levels am I? 8, 7, 5, 7, 6, 7, 7, 6, 6. Was it 5? Jadu's at 5. Okay. Let me see these Abyss classes. Sword user can use some magic. Fist user that can use some magic. Dark Flyer. Flight magic user. And a horse magic user. Let's do a battle or two to get everybody up to 7. Let's try the level 7 one. Can't hurt. Dark Flyer and Valkyrie are female exclusive. Gotcha.
Thank you so much.
Lysithia and Felix recruits.
I am grateful. I have gratitude.
Not using Happy. We're hooking up Dimitri and Happy again. Who's got one with Marianne? Dimitri's got one with Marianne. We'll work on Dimitri Happy first, though. Probably go Mercedes Constance again. Why not? Axeman. All right, that's good. Let's.
What should I do?
I'll give it my all.
I'll go.
Ready. Here goes.
Oh, I should have strode with her. I keep forgetting to do that.
I'm on it.
Here we go. Stay focused.
Net 0 damage.
Should I have held back?
Oh, that's a good level.
I suppose I've improved.
Nice, Ash.
The fight continues.
All right, Dimitri over there. Let's get Annette a little EXP.
Can't afford to lose. Everyone will be...
Steel Lance to just get some damage.
Nice try.
And Dedue, you're up, buddy.
A threat eliminated.
Healing EXP.
Thank you.
Not a bad level. Oh, nice crit, Ingrid.
I aim for greatness.
That is a shitty level. Wow.
I've deepened my understanding.
Alright, who's getting this EXP? Ash. Ash is getting this EXP.
Doing my part.
I'll take the strength. Oh, that's a bunch of mages coming for his ass.
Is that all?
Good thing I'm not using her. This could be a mistake.
I had no choice.
All right, 2 coming at him.
Thank you.
It's just not my day.
All right, let's see how this turn plays out. Oh, outside of range? Really? Nice miss.
Weak.
All right, we got a target-rich environment over here. Axe will not kill there. He's level 6, so I want to get a kill.
Give up.
The better to serve His Highness.
Nice miss.
Let's keep our guard up. I'm a natural.
Kill both. Alright. Kill the magic user. That's the scarier one.
What's next?
So Vane's got good dodge. Got him.
I must steel myself.
That's the shittiest level he could possibly have had. Magic and charm.
Each battle, a chance to grow.
There's a level.
Another step forward.
Oh, Ingrid hasn't gone yet. Oh, she's got enough magic defense that did no damage? Alright. Or maybe that guy was a healer. I can't remember.
It all makes sense now.
Was not paying enough attention. And a kill for Ingrid.
I did what I had to.
I'll take the speed and defense. I guess the crit chance. 10 poultry. Cool. Maybe I'll go for the roster retrieval. See how I do there. Let's try it. I will not save before the battle starts, just in case I want to back out of this. My pack of 7s and 8s. Dimitri happy. Mercedes Constance. Oh, hook up Marianne again. All right. This is a tough pack. Take these guys one at a time, I guess. Okay.
What should I do?
I'll give it my all.
Okay, they're coming for Ash.
Doing my part.
Let's see how much damage they're going to do. 11. Well, a 52 to hit isn't bad.
Here goes.
Keep forgetting to stride with her.
On it.
Ready.
I'll cut through.
Here we go.
My thanks.
I'll
Stay focused.
Oh, actually hit him. Damn. Alright, so these guys have been softened up for easy EXP. Good stats to get boosts in, but that's a bad level. Felix could use the level. He's falling behind a little.
Choice.
Oh, I do gardening every time I'm in town. Don't worry. Crit 33. Nice.
Why am I even here?
Strength and speed. And defense. A bunch of people coming for Ingrid.
Thanks so much.
Such a small...
Shut up, Constance. Alright, so that'll split up 2 people coming for Ash. One of which is a bowman. Just split up how people can go. Oh, going for Sylvain. All right. Fresh kill for Sylvain.
That went as expected.
I'll take it.
Gotten better.
Ha! Miss. Exact EXP. Crap level though.
Left to go.
Too slow.
Nice. All these guys already with the sniper distance. All right. I got a bunch of 8s. Ooh, that would take him down a lot. Don't like that. That mage is fast. All right.
Over already?
That's a kick-ass level.
Have I improved some?
Alright, who's getting this EXP? Felix, you're getting the EXP.
Too easy.
Dude's coming for Dedue. I don't want him to come for Dedue, though. Oh, off a 3% crit chance.
Had to be done.
I'm glad I can count on you.
Okay, so we just move somebody up.
So helpful.
Won't be doing any damage. Level 9 Mercedes, cool.
I won't let every...
Alright, so they're all coming for Sylvain. Except that one that's going for Mercedes. Yeah, kill!
Be gone.
Whoops.
Ah, miss! Nice. And dead.
What's next?
And dead again.
Be gone.
Our first level 10 is Sylvain. With a shit level, wow.
Well.
Too slow.
Crap, that's crap.
You're a big help.
Off this guy.
Can't afford to lose.
Strength, dex, and luck. That's a crap level for her. Yeah, pull this asshole off his special platform. Sylvain. Hit him with somebody else? I can't. So I'll hit him with Sylvain.
Just give up.
And level 11. I'll take the speed and defense. Oh no, his lance broke. Well, crap.
I prevailed. Have I improved
Dex
some?
and speed.
It'll...
Move him out of the way. Double wind this asshole.
What's done is done.
And double thunder this guy.
Had to be done.
Oh, not to 10. Alright. We gotta re-equip Dimitri. Can't use Silver Lance yet. Oh. Sylvain and Ingrid need one too. Need a fixing. Alright, who needs fixes? Lore needs a fix. Ash needs a fix. Sylvain desperately needs a fix. As does Ingrid. So that's the level 10. Let's do it. This is one of the super hard encounters.
I am grateful. I have gratitude. Welcome.
I've not unlocked the blacksmith. Shit. Good, Sylvain.
Is that the one? Thanks a bunch. Is that the one? Thanks a bunch. Come back soon.
What's the support look like? Dimitri and Happy is ready to go, so we'll hook up Dimitri with Marianne. Constance Mercedes is ready to go. Have I seen Felix Dorothea? I think I have. Yeah, I've seen all of Felix Dorothea. Don't have anyone there. Lots of B ranks. Annette Linhart, I think. No, I've done Annette Linhart. Interesting. Ingrid Raff, Ingrid Ignatz, Ingrid Sedith, and Ingrid Catherine. I don't have any of them yet. Alright, so we're just gonna... I don't know if I'll use any of the faculty. I don't feel very strongly about any of them. Except that I dislike Catherine after the revelations about her character in the final battles of the Black Eagles campaign. I'll give Felix... Felix Dorothea. So I'm probably going to use the Blue Lions and Hilda. There's a bunch of dudes. There's a bunch of dudes. Shit. Oh, it's Macural's place. Or is it Indek who's the turtle? Might be Indek who's the turtle.
I'm on it.
Stay focused.
I'll cut through. I'll go.
What should I do?
Oh, that's going to do a shit ton of damage to him. I guess we'll leave Mercedes up to heal him.
I'll give it my all.
Here goes.
My thanks.
Here we go.
Ready.
Oh, I forgot to re-equip some of these guys. Shit. Sylvain has 1 point left in his Iron Lance.
Next time, bring your friends.
That's a decent level.
I have improved.
Easy.
Fucking ow. shame we'll never get to see what Seteth and Flame look like in dragon form. That would be very interesting. There's a level.
We must all do our part.
They're going for Sylvain again, but I want them to go for Byleth. Alright, Ingrid.
Proceed with caution.
Mercedes, heal him first.
Useful.
It's not my day.
Crap. That's crap. Don't like it.
Another win.
I'll take the speed, but that's it. I'm getting shit levels today.
Growth is a part of life.
What should I do? Luck wasn't with you. I will handle whatever comes.
Getting crap levels today. I'll come for her. What does Rally do again? Okay, now they'll all go for Dimitri. This is the last vulnerary. Only 50% chance to hit. I'll take that gamble. Ha! Rally boosts the stats of nearby units, right.
Saw that coming.
Nice miss. Good thing I'm not using her.
I'm really getting the hang of this.
Rally movement skill, but only 2 people get it. Iron Sword for the kill there. Dimitri has the special item that lets him counterattack at range.
Chance to grow.
Baby steps, I guess.
That went as expected.
Strength and speed.
Guess I've gotten better.
Alright, who's gonna kill what? Got it.
Over already.
There's a level.
I'm getting stronger. I can.
Physic Dimitri.
Thanks.
Ash is 9, to do and Annette are 9. Beef up to do.
Sufficient. I will handle whatever comes.
Got him.
The fight continues. There's so much.
Huh, does it have a weight? I'll have to check next time. It doesn't. Oh, now they're coming. I'll take the magic in the defense. And a point of HP can't hurt somebody with 25 HP. Why don't you go for Byleth? Sylvain's the higher damage. Sylvain's the more dangerous target. Why aren't you going for Byleth? Miracle Bean? Same hell as a Miracle Bean. Sylvain has less HP?
Can't afford to lose.
Fair.
I'm glad I can count on you.
Is that all?
Good level, good level. That's a shit level!
Slow and steady.
I'm getting such bad stat luck. I'm gonna be screwed when the late game comes.
I guess I feel a little stronger.
My thanks.
Why am I even here? Another win.
And level 11 Felix. There's someone who needs it. Oh my god, look at these levels!
Good enough.
Dorothea just heal him? Nice crit.
Who's next?
And a miss. Not that it would have done anything. 2 damage?
I must steel myself. I'm starting to see results.
You can't lose. You do it right there. Quite helpful.
Yeah, I know, right? I'm having such awful level luck.
Wow, thanks.
Well, they're moving up. Got him.
You weren't ready.
You saw that coming. Too slow.
HP, Dex, and Speed, I'll take it.
Yet.
I won that? Is this a joke?
Somebody's playing a joke on me, Ash. A crit. A crit. Goodbye.
That worked out.
Oh my god, so many shit levels.
Great work.
Thank you so much.
That's painful. I'm going to be screwed in the late game.
I have gratitude. Thanks so much.
I thank you.
It's god-awful. Alright, who hasn't had their motivation drained? Dimitri. Let's get you your special interest in riding.
This will...
A bunch of people I don't use. Go with Yuri. I don't want him to have... I don't care about his authority now that it's at, like, C. Let's see if I can't unlock alert stance for a later playthrough by switching his goals to sword flying. Combo of events there. Lore made it look like the levers were so bad you had to take a pill for it. I needed something. Alright, Sylvain. You've got 1 point. We'll put it into ride. Bad? I haven't had a bad in...
How?
Like... I can't remember ever having a bad.
Okay, you can stop it. Not a total...
I'm getting it.
Dorothea. We'll do Anna's focus as sword flying as well.
You could make it.
Salty that Dark Flyer and War Master are gender locked. Let me have War Master Hilda and Dark Flyer Hubert. If I must go to battle, it's best for me to study faith and be a bishop. Playing a supporting role should keep me far away from the carnage. No recruits.
It is done.
1 point off from the next level of reason. Alright, Annette. Weight -3. Sick. Gotta make sure he has that equipped.
Am I making progress?
Mastery is within my grasp.
I'm getting the hang of this.
Jadu got weight -3. I gotta make sure he has that. Edelgard's birthday. Yes.
Thank you.
Your performance surpassed my expectations.
Hints will be displayed for lost items. You can check the roster by pressing the X button while speaking to a unit. Your intuition can be tapped once during a tea party when you've chosen the wrong words. You have allies who can take intermediate exams. Tori, abilities to do. Aha. I'll put on authority level 1. Alright, we got some support links to watch. Oh, we got a bunch. Alright. Dimitri Dadu.
Your Highness, the hour is late.
You're not his minder, Dadu.
I'm off to the library for a bit of research before I train. After that, a bath and bed.
Very well.
Let him have some alone time to do.
No. There's no need for that. I am a grown man, after all.
You sustained an injury during yesterday's training. My presence may be of use to you.
It was a mere bruise that will heal in no time. No need to fret over me, Dedu.
Are you dissatisfied with me, Your Highness?
Oh my
Please do
God.
not hesitate to correct me.
And there it is again.
Yes? What is it?
Well, you often choose to address me as Your Highness. When we first met, you used to call me by my name.
That was because I was unfamiliar with Fodlan's speech. Thinking back, such rude manners were inexcusable.
Dimitri just wants to be treated as one of the dudes. I did see that the first Fire Emblem game will be on the eShop. I'm going to get it. I don't know if I'll ever stream it because I've heard it's brutal, and I probably won't be able to finish it.
To be honest, I much preferred it. I feel more comfortable being addressed by my name, rather than with the honorifics that go along with being a prince.
But
I did not teach you to read and write so that you know how to address me properly. And I brought you to the academy as my friend, not a vassal.
But Your Highness, a vassal is precisely what I am.
So much has happened since we met, yet we cannot seem to bridge this gap. So be it. I give you leave to return to your quarters. Take an early night and reflect on what I've said. Please.
I couldn't possibly.
He just gave you an order to do. There's a reverse turn mechanic now, yeah.
True, but I would much prefer that we take steps to ease this mindset of yours.
Man, not even Hubert was that dedicated. Dimitri Marianne!
Marianne?
Oh, Dimitri.
Oh, I'm sorry for disturbing your prayer.
There's no need to apologize. I just finished.
I see. What were you praying for?
I was simply asking the goddess for forgiveness.
Forgiveness? For what?
I put our soldiers in danger during the recent battle.
What matters is that they came back safely in the end. You shouldn't blame yourself for that.
It's true, but you were injured when you came to our aid.
That? It was just a scratch. A small price to pay for your safety.
They have an A rank. It would be something else if he made her his queen.
But
I would never regret helping an ally, even if it meant losing my own life.
No, that's wrong.
How so?
It's just all wrong. You have my thanks for helping in the battle, Dimitri, but I'm afraid I have to ask that you keep your distance from me.
Is that so?
Yes.
Forgive me, but I will be there for you, whether you want me to or not.
I'm sorry.
And Dimitri Happy B. Dimitri Happy B. Already.
I did not expect to see you here, Happy. I get the feeling that you didn't come for training.
Listen up, Dee Dee. I remembered something.
Remembered? Ah, does this have something to do with why you were staring at me earlier?
Not ringing any bells. I stare at people all the time. Anyway, do you know Anselma?
Anselma? Yes, of course. But how do you know that name? That is what my stepmother was called in the Empire. In the kingdom, she was called Patricia.
Oh, so that's what it was. I see now. What a relief. It was really sticking in my craw. Well, now that that's all settled, I'm off to bed.
Just one moment. You may understand, but I most certainly do not. How did you know my stepmother?
She used to visit all the time. I think she was friends with the lady who kidnapped me.
Friends? Are you sure?
I heard the lady helped bring her to the kingdom, but I don't really know the details. Anyway, when Anselma saw how I was being treated, she got angry, just like you. You remind me a lot of her, actually.
Are we really that much alike?
I'd say so. Come to think of it, you greet people in the same way, hold a book in the same way, you even get angry in the same way. It's uncanny.
I share no blood with my stepmother, but to hear you say that, it pleases me greatly. She was the one who raised me. I suppose it makes sense that we would share certain mannerisms. To think that the person you mentioned was my stepmother is baffling, to say the least.
What do you mean?
For all intents and purposes, my stepmother was completely
Why is
cut off
that?
from the outside world. Suffice it to say, few knew that my father had taken a second wife.
Sounds complicated. I can keep my mouth shut if you like.
I would very much appreciate your silence on the matter. But thank you, truly, for all that you said. Truth be told, the union between my father and stepmother has given rise to much
Spill the
speculation.
details, Dimitri.
But for now, what's truly baffling me is the identity of that lady you mentioned. She welcomed my stepmother into the kingdom after she fled home due to political strife. No, I must stop this. It's time to put an end to this discussion. Baseless speculation will get me nowhere.
Oh, come on. I finally felt like I understood, and then you go and say something cryptic like that. If I can't sleep tonight, I'm blaming you.
Well, if that happens, come back here and I'll keep you company. I'll be training a while yet. I wonder... could Happy's captain...
Well, you're going to have to wait 5 years to figure it out. To do Mercedes.
Dear goddess, please protect us.
Mercedes.
Oh, to do. Was there something you needed?
His Highness sent me to collect you.
I see. I'll be with you in just a moment. I'm almost finished here.
You were praying.
I was. Praying for everyone's safety, and praying for good desserts tonight, and that my next exam goes well.
The Fodlan goddess will accept prayers of any sort.
It's true. I've thought the same thing myself. That reminds me, Dudu, weren't you born in Dusker?
Yes.
Do the people of Dusker pray to the goddess too?
Dusker had a very different view of religion.
Oh?
In Dusker, there were many gods. The sky had a god. The earth had a god. We made offerings to the war god for victory in battle. Held feasts for the sea god to calm the waves.
So your people prayed to different gods to...
Sounds more interesting than just praying to Sothis.
Correct.
Your beliefs sound so different from ours. Tell me more.
Why? Dusker is a ruin.
Dusker may be gone, but you're still here. Would you tell me more about it the next time we meet?
If you insist.
She does insist.
Really?
She's gonna bowl you over, buddy.
Great. I'm looking forward to hearing more soon.
Dusker is gone, but I'm still here.
Take that to heart, Dudu. Dudu, Annette! Oh boy. Did your experiment just explode?
Oh no, oh no, oh no! Please!
Oh, did your cooking just explode? Wow. Hey, One Cup, what's up? It's been a while, dude.
What was that noise?
Dudu! Well, as you can see, the pan kind of exploded. Just a little.
She was cooking. How did she manage that?
I looked away for a moment, and the pan just went boom! Ugh, I'm grateful nothing caught fire, but now the kitchen is a mess.
Are you hurt?
Oh, no, I just got a little spooked. I really lucked out, didn't I? That could have turned out
Doing
much
pretty
worse.
okay. Enjoying some Fire Emblem, working on the final campaign.
Indeed. But do not turn your back next time. Your life could
She's
depend on it.
cooking, Dudu. Calm down.
Right. Sorry. I'll be more careful from now on.
Let me help you.
Huh?
I will help you clean up.
No, I can't let you do that. This is all my fault.
These people are not good at accepting help. Been grinding Halo. Nice. Which one?
Let us fix this quickly. We will need to prepare more food before the others arrive at the dining hall.
Oh, you're right. So, after we clean up, you're also gonna help me cook?
You object?
Of course not. I'm just so sorry to bother you with this.
I'm playing on the Switch. This is Fire Emblem 3 Houses. You're playing the Master Chief Collection. That has 1, 2, 3, and Reach, right? Does it also have ODST? I can't remember. I didn't mark off to do Sylvain. To do Ingrid.
Are you injured?
No.
Good.
Conversation over. Master Chief Collection includes 4. Huh. I guess they're just adding games to it as they get old. I played Halo 4, but I didn't like it. Don't know what it was. Love the first 3, though. And I think I liked Reach. I played through Reach once. Ah, man, the days I spent playing Halo 3 multiplayer with my buddies were so good.
I'd have cut my way through. Alone.
Oh,
without
right,
resistance.
she's racist. I forgot.
My apologies.
Your apologies are empty. I spoke out of turn. I'm sorry, Dedu. His Highness has put his faith in you. You're a valuable comrade, no matter my feelings.
You're gonna put your foot in your mouth.
Save your breath. There were countless people like you in the capital. People who spat, threw things, insults and stones alike, whenever they pleased. Their anger was natural. I do not begrudge
should.
them.
I see.
You owe me no apology, and I will keep my distance on all other occasions. But on the field of battle, allow me to aid you. If you were to fall, His Highness would grieve.
I see. Then I will accept your help on the battlefield.
Understood.
Alright, Felix Mercedes. I've already seen the Felix Mercedes C.
Here you go, Felix. Have some tea.
Oh.
Sorry, but we're all out of cakes. Should I bake some more?
Please, don't.
Oh, your clothes are so dirty. Let me wash them for you.
Mercedes, what's wrong with you?
There's nothing wrong with me. I'm just making tea. Is there something wrong with that?
You're not my mother. You don't have to bother with all this. I can do without it.
I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to be rude. You just remind me so much of my little brother.
He is kind of Emil-like.
I do?
Yes, his name is Emil. We have different fathers, but we grew up in the same household. That is, until I was about 8 or 9 years old.
Hear that, Felix? You remind her of an 8-year-old.
Sorry to state the obvious, but I'm not your brother. I'm not Emil. Can't you find someone else to bother?
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'll leave you alone. Please help yourself to more tea if you'd like. I can leave the pot. Goodbye.
I am me, Felix Hugo Fraldarius. There is no one else. Brother.
Felix and Dorothea. I've already seen the Felix Dorothea support links.
Felix? Hello?
What?
You,
what?
when you... I am... Oh, you... does that...
You're distracting. When I...
Alright, Ash, Annette.
Oh, Ash. Are you here to study too?
I am. It's quiet here. Easier to concentrate.
It really is. Hey, would you like to study together? We can help each other out if we get stuck.
Oh, yes. We'll get a lot more done working together.
What's the matter, Ash?
This question's got me stumped. A ballista inside a castle is ready to fire at enemies outside. What angle should be
That kind of
used for
depends
the
on how
shot?
far away they are.
Assume the ballista is the same as those in Garreg Mach. Ignore the effects of wind. This is for defensive strategy, isn't it? Why is it so complicated? Don't you just aim and fire?
It may help to focus on maximizing target accuracy to reduce your miss rate. To start, let's sort out the setup. Let's see. Using these ballista specifications, if the ballista corals follow this trajectory, they'll hit the enemy lines, right?
Oh, that makes sense. Because the enemy line will be here.
It all depends on how far away they are.
Okay,
You
now
can't.
try using that same technique and applying
You can't
it to
just
this
give
other
a
problem.
blanket answer to this.
If the walls are this high and the enemy lines are at that distance... Oh, I think I see.
I knew you'd get it.
Wow, I didn't expect math of all things to be useful in a siege. This is tough. Numbers are not my strong suit. But this really is the sort of thing you have to know if you want to command troops.
That's true, but not everyone is good with numbers. That's why we have tacticians do these calculations for us, or prepare them before we go to battle. A century ago, the Empire's mathematicians played a huge role in the Battle of the Wall of Fodlan.
I had no idea. Hey, you really know what you're doing, Annette.
You think so?
Definitely. You've obviously done a lot of studying. I really admire that.
I suppose I have. Studying is a necessity if you want the advantage over your enemies. But necessity aside, it's nice to hear you say that.
Cute. Alright, Ash, Ingrid. Oh, I've already seen Ash, Ingrid.
Hi there, Ash. Here to do some reading as well, I take it? Ash?
Huh, Ingrid! You gave me a start. How long have you been standing there?
Not too long. Apologies for startling you. Must be a great book for you to be so deeply engrossed in it. What has you so captivated?
Oh, it's quite an old book. One of the really old legends of Fargus.
Aha! It must be the Sword of Kyphon then, yes?
Oh, so you know it.
Oh, yes. I know it quite well. I read it often as a child. In fact, I read it so much that my personal copy fell apart. I brought it everywhere with me. I adore that book. The tale of the warrior Kyphon, whose devotion and loyalty enabled his best friend Luke to become king. He went to great lengths to see things through.
Oh, Luke.
Exactly. I love the image of him charging forward into the fray, ready to take on any obstacle in the name of his king.
Indeed, he was the very picture of the perfect knight. In my opinion, the best chapter is right around the middle of the book.
Ah, the part about the war of the eagle and lion? That's my favorite part. In a flash, Kyphon's sword flew from its scabbard. The knight parried the assassin's blade mere inches from the spine of his king.
Kyphon's blade hummed like the wind, slashing the enemy's throat. In mere moments, their forces lay vanquished, decimated by his mighty blows. I can recite the entirety of it if you like. I never grow weary of that tale, the pinnacle of knighthood, with all its struggles and glory.
I know just what you mean. I never get tired of it. Some people laugh at me for reading these old tales, but I'll never outgrow them. I'm glad to find someone who shares my enthusiasm.
I'm glad of it as well. Tell me, what other books do you enjoy, Ash?
Well, the first one I ever read, was Lug and the Maiden of Wind.
Ah, you have fantastic taste. That story is another favorite. The final chapter makes me tear up every time.
I know. When I first read it, I just couldn't get that ending out of my head.
It seems we have much in common. I look forward to chatting again sometime.
I'd love to.
It's a date. Alright, Sylvain Mercedes.
Mercedes.
Oh god.
As always.
Oh god.
To pray?
Oh, hello, Sylvain. I was just on my way to...
Because that's all you ever do?
Well, because I've been watching your lovely...
Oh, I get it. You're the type who's always...
Yeah, no shit, Mercedes.
I won't lie, I do enjoy beholding women, but I don't mean it like that with you. I know I sound like a dope. I just...
Fuck off, Sylvain.
Special.
Oh, really? You think I'm so clumsy that I need someone to watch over me. Is that why you can't take your eyes
Where'd you
off
get
me?
that from?
You're beautiful, and I mean that. You're... how can I put it without sounding even worse? Okay, here goes. I want to get to know you better. As friends, I mean.
I don't know where to begin.
Well, what's something you like?
I like to pray. I've been praying regularly.
Religion isn't a personality.
You grew up in the Empire, didn't you?
That's right. I was raised in House Bartels.
Bartels? I thought you were born to House Martreats.
It's a complicated story. I'm not sure that it's a very interesting one, but I'm happy to share it with you.
I don't mean to be nosy, if it's too personal.
Oh no, I don't mind. I wasn't trying to hide anything from you. House Martreats fell shortly before I was born.
Oh.
My father passed away while my mother was still pregnant with me, so she had nowhere to go. After I was born, my mother ended up marrying the head of House Bartels. Shortly after, my mother bore a true Bartels child who bore a crest. She and I were treated as though we were no longer useful to the family after that.
You think the Bartels were just using her to secure a crest?
They must have been. My mother and I were removed from the family and forced to flee to a church in the kingdom. I abandoned the Bartels name and took up our old family name again.
So you grew up in a church. Okay, it makes more sense now why you're praying all the time.
Yes, oh, praying! I forgot that I was on my way to pray.
Right, and I interrupted you. Well, see you around, Mercedes.
Yes, see you!
House Bartels wanted a crest, and ruined other people's lives to get one. These idiots are all the same.
That's nobles for you. And Mercedes Ingrid. Excuse me.
Nightfall? Already? Suppose I'd better wrap up.
Good work with your training today, Ingrid. Here's something to wipe up the sweat.
Whoa, Mercedes. Hi. Hello. How long have you been... thank you.
You're very welcome. I've been here since you started.
Not long. Huh. Well, my apologies for not having noticed you. I get so caught up in training, you know. But why are you here? I can't imagine it was too terribly interesting watching me.
I disagree. I just couldn't help but admire your training technique. I have to say, you are very impressive. I'm nowhere near as graceful as you.
Graceful? I wouldn't say that, but thank you. If I'm to be honest, I'm the one who admires you.
Goodness me? How so?
You're always so put together. You hold yourself with such poise and have such a keen
I thought you didn't care about fashion.
I mean, even the handkerchief you handed me smells like... lavender, is it? It's just lovely.
That perfume is a favorite of mine. I'm so glad you like it.
Even the fact that you thought to put perfume on your handkerchief is delightfully foreign to me. I'd never have thought of that.
I'll gladly share some with you. You're welcome to come visit my room whenever you'd like. We can have tea and chat. How does that sound?
That sounds really nice. Yes. Sipping tea and having a chat. It's unlike me, but it sounds lovely.
From now on, we'll meet up whenever we have time.
I think she needs a shower first.
Oh, no need to trouble yourself and rearrange things for me.
It's no trouble at all. You'll never know if you're the type who enjoys chatting over tea if you never try.
All right then.
They only have a B rank, so I don't know how well this is gonna go. And Mercedes Constance.
I see. The sunlight brings back painful memories in you.
I'm afraid so. Please forgive my behavior from before. I cannot abide
Such
these
a dumb
indiscretions
gimmick.
of mine.
That's all right. The way you always work so hard day and night, it's no wonder it's had this effect on you. You work harder than anyone I know. I've always been impressed by that, Constance.
That means a lot to me.
You know, at the School of Sorcery there was a professor who specialized in magical cures. Why not write her a letter? Perhaps she can suggest a treatment that might help.
I have tried. She could do nothing for me. But I vowed then to the goddess that I would find a way to
That must
overcome
suck.
my trials.
Not being able to do anything about it. Like, it's almost worse that she tried and failed.
I will prove my skills to the goddess and everyone else, bringing me closer to restoring House Nouvelle.
You're a tough cookie, Constance.
Naturally, and with your support, I shall grow ever stronger by the day.
I know you will. You know, during the years of political turmoil, House Martreats was destroyed just as your house was. But restoring my father's house has hardly crossed my mind. I guess I'm not.
I mean,
as
you have
ambitious
different
as you are.
interests.
You needn't be so hard on yourself, Mercedes. You have had other priorities since then. Oh, I've just had a grand idea.
What is it?
You ought to try to reinstate House Martreats.
Oh dear. I'm not sure that's possible.
Nonsense. If I can restore my own house, then you
I'm not
can
sure
restore
she's
yours.
interested in bothering. She's literally never been alive at the same time that House Martreats has been a thing.
As we work to further our own like goals, we shall learn so much that we can share with one another.
You make it sound so simple. How would I even go about that?
That is simplicity itself. You shall become a prodigy at spellcraft, as I am.
All right.
I shall master the black arts, and you shall master the white. The world will know us as sisters.
Getting a little ahead of yourself, Constance.
I see.
Our names shall ring out across Fodlan, earning us the titles we
I think you're
rightly
scaring her
deserve.
off, Constance.
I hope you won't mind me saying so, but this plan seems to have gotten a bit far-fetched.
Oh no! Not if you join me, Mercedes. Where one may fail, together we are bound to succeed.
She has such big plans, perhaps too big. And that way, at least, she's exactly the same as when she was little.
Eight, 17 left to recruit. Alright, so today's an explore day. So we're gonna go to the choir and get Balthus happy. And then we'll go to the garden. And then we'll eat.
Professor!
Oh no.
hanging.
Ah, I finally...
Inspirational.
Let's get some root vegetable seeds. To the dining hall. Let's cook with Dedu.
I enjoy cooking. You seem to know what you... Ah.
Alright, today's special. Let's see, Felix Ingrid. Felix Ingrid.
That looks appetizing.
I appreciate.
Dimitri. Let's see, who do I want? Dimitri. Dimitri Ash is a B rank. I do kind of want to see what Dimitri Raphael is like. Oh, you're right. I should have done Dimitri Marianne.
Me back. I used to love this one. When it comes to
Let's see what Dedu likes. Dedu Annette.
I like this.
Ash Mercedes. Ash Mercedes.
This looks delicious.
This is my...
Alright, Sylvain. Sylvain Flame?
Yeah, you just...
This is...
Linhart Catherine.
Food always tastes...
This is my...
There's nobody else that I have that has anything. Oh, both is happy. I could go for. Where are they?
My favorite meal at my...
Wow.
Let's go get some Sword EXP. Hey, asshole. Sword me.
What?
Alright, supports. Balth is happy.
What's all this? Ha, I knew it! Would you look at that? It's gold! Some poor sap just left it here for me to find. Ha, I'll be taking this then.
You think the whole world is your collection jar.
I mean, somebody left it on the ground. It's free for the taking.
Sorry about that. Look, I feel awful. Please don't twist up your face like you're suppressing a disappointed sigh. How about I use this gold to buy you something nice? A sweet treat, perhaps? Yeah?
I don't eat contraband sweets. Are you trying to get me locked up again? Give back the money or don't. It's none of my business. Either way...
He can't give back the money. He doesn't know whose it is.
As you wish, milady. Straight to the fun fund it goes. Drinks don't buy themselves, unfortunately.
That might make for a fun night or two. But what about all the money you owe? If you're going to keep this, you should apply it to your debts before a bounty hunter gets a hold of you.
This gold wouldn't even make a dent. It's chump change. Better to drink it than waste it. In any case, when I'm dead, I'm dead. When that happens, none of this will matter anymore. I'm not gonna worry about what I can't control. I've got better uses for this gold in the meantime.
I don't understand how you can be so reckless. It's as though you want to get killed. Meanwhile, if I lose control for even a moment, monsters will eat me for dinner.
Hearing you say that so casually feels like a bad omen. It's unsettling, that's for sure.
Sorry, is that too morbid for you? You just told me when I'm dead,
She's
I'm
got
dead.
you there, Balthus.
And it's true. For me, not for you.
And why is that?
Because all of this mess I'm drowning in is my own fault. Every bit of it. You can't say the same. I'm in trouble because I borrowed, drank, and fought too much. All my own choices. That means it's on me to take responsibility and accept the inevitable outcome.
So, since it's in my control to keep the size at bay, I don't get to relax ever?
Not quite. I'm saying that it isn't your fault, so you shouldn't have to bear that burden alone.
That's a nice sentiment. But people are hardly lining up to share this burden with me. Talk is cheap. Everyone knows it's all over the instant I sigh.
God, her gimmick is dumb.
Huh. I have a habit of not saying the right thing to her. Not much I can do about... Hey! It's more gold! Go ahead and join your buddies in my pocket, pal.
That, however, is actually we're gonna call it for the night. So thank you guys for tuning in. I will probably be streaming the new Pokemon expansion tomorrow because it comes out tonight. So look forward to Crown Tundra. But after I finish that, we'll be getting back to Fire Emblem. So, thanks for tuning in. I will see you guys for the Mob Psycho live blog in a little while. Have a nice night.